Ooh, look at that, look at that. This is the Chinese cooking channel called Chinese Cooking Channel. So this is steaming hot chicken and broccoli stir fry. It's a simple recipe with lots of taste. So I'm sure you're gonna enjoy this. So let's get started. So sometimes when you stir fry, you know what to do with this, the crown of the broccoli, but what do you want to do with the stalk? So I'm gonna combine the two, show you how to properly cook the stalk. And then, as they say, Chinese people don't like to waste anything. I'm going to prove to you that's true. So the individual parts of the crown is called florets. So the florets is easy to cut, because all you do is just cut it off here, and then you have the individual florets that come apart. So what you do is cut it into individual florets here. So this end, if it's been sitting around, you have to cut it off as well. And then do the same thing. I cut it in half here, make it easier to cut. And just so the surface is flat right there. So the people say Chinese people don't waste anything, which is probably true, because I learned to use every part of the veggie, even the leaf sometimes. Use it as a dish. Sometimes you use the roots. So every part is edible. So what I'm going to do now is just do the same thing. Cut it on an angle like this. So now I'm going to cut some ginger. What I do is actually, I cut the outside off. Then what I do is I wash it. I just use this part, put it into a cup full of boiling water, rinse it out, then put lemon and honey and put hot water. So you have a ginger, honey, lemon drink. So what you do is just smash the ginger like this. So it comes out like that. Brings up the flavor, easy to cook. I got 3 cloves of garlic I'm going to use here. So just give it a good smash. So this way, just peel off the garlic. You take off the ends if you want. So same thing with this piece. When you smash it, it comes out real nice and clean. So I like to use aromatics. So ginger, garlic, and onions are aromatics. So when you stir fry it in high heat, so you get the garlic here. When I smash it, it comes out real nice. So I have that. So I'm going to put a half an onion for this recipe. So what you do is cut off the top and the bottom. So I use half an onion, so cut it right down to half here. Take off the skin. So the skin, you can use it in soup stock if you're making some soup. So here I'm just going to cut the onions into smaller pieces. So you can just keep the onion fairly large pieces if you want, like that. 3 cuts through. So that's pretty good. So I have a whole chicken breast here. So I think that's enough for 2 stir fries. So I'm just gonna cut it up and then marinate it, put it in the fridge. So I'm gonna cut it, say, lengthwise here. And just cut it on an angle like. I remember people used to, the cooks, they used to make it look like it's more by cutting on an angle like this. So some people do, some people don't. So you can cut even wider, so it looks like a big huge piece like this. So it looks like a big huge piece like that. So it's the same thing when you cut it on an angle. Still get the same amount of chicken, but it looks more, it looks like it's more. So I got 1 chicken breast here. I'm gonna put it into a bowl. I'm gonna put some what's called light soy sauce or regular soy sauce. So this is low sodium, so put about maybe 3 tablespoons in there. So I like to put my favorite sauce, the Chinese oyster sauce, into the marinade. So just put maybe 1 tablespoon or so. I'm using avocado oil, so put some oil into the marinade, so maybe about 3 tablespoons, maybe a little more. I'm gonna put some white pepper, just a few shakes of white pepper. Whatever you're missing, don't worry about it. I'm gonna put some cornstarch in there. I'm just gonna put 2 tablespoons in there, or teaspoons, 2 teaspoons. 1 tablespoon should be enough. Now I'm just gonna mix all the ingredients with the chicken. So once you finish marinating it, just put it in the fridge, at least for a couple hours, better overnight. And if you have any leftover, just wrap it up in cellophane. Just cover with cellophane and let it stay in the fridge. If you want the chicken to be a little darker, put some dark soy sauce. So this is the Lee Kum Kee brand. So just put maybe a tablespoon or so in there. So that's only if you want the chicken to appear darker. It doesn't really matter. So when you grill it up, it just makes it darker. So some people like it that way. To make things easy for you, make sure you do all the prep work before you stir fry. So you cut up the chicken, you marinate the chicken, put it in the fridge. You cut up the veggies, the ginger, the garlic, the onions, and then have everything all ready. So when you stir fry, it's gonna be really quick and you'll be eating. Got some water going here. So the stem might take a little longer to cook to get it tender the way you like it. So I would give them a head start. Then I'm gonna put the florets of the broccoli in. So these florets don't take very long to boil. So it's been going in there for about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm gonna take it off, just drain it. So I'm just gonna put the veggies into the water there. You don't have to boil the veggies if you don't want. You can cook it in the wok. Sometimes I like for example, bok choy. I like it a little more raw, so I just put it right into the wok or the pan. So you just stir fry it. So I like it nice and raw, crispy. So I don't need to boil it. Some people like their veggies more cooked, so you can pre-boil and then put it into the wok. Preheat the wok at medium to medium-high heat. So I'm gonna put some oil. So I like avocado oil. It has high heat point. So I'm gonna put about 2 or 3 tablespoons of cooking oil, avocado oil. So a lot of restaurants, they like to put more oil, but I usually keep it at roughly 2 to 3 tablespoons for a single order like this. So a lot of people, they don't really care about the wok hay, which is the carbon sear flavor. So I like it, so I preheat the wok. I use a carbon steel wok. So now we're gonna do the aromatics first. So I'm gonna put in ginger and garlic first. So I like to get a good sear on the ginger and garlic before putting the onions in. Ooh, I can smell the aroma. I can smell the aroma right now already. got nice sear marks already. Because I preheat the wok, you get nice sear marks. Look at that, look at that. Next, we're going to put in the onions. The onions are aromatics as well, so they bring out lots of flavor when you stir fry. In a home cooking situation, you let the onions sear. Look at that, look at that. The chicken that I marinate, I'm going to put in right now. So I let the chicken sear. In a restaurant situation, you don't, because it would burn because of the high heat. But in a home situation, you like to sear the chicken. So that's pretty nice. So now I'm just going to take off the chicken and the onions and the ginger and the garlic. I'm going to stir fry the broccoli for a second. So you don't want to overcook the chicken. So I'm just going to take off the chicken for now. Put it back in at the end. So the chicken's only cooked about 3/4 of the way through. So I'm going to put the broccoli in. The sizzling sound from the wok is like music to my ears. Ooh, listen to that, listen to that. Now I'm just going to put back the chicken with the ginger and the garlic and the onions. So I get the heat on high. Since I like oyster sauce so much, I'm going to add a little more. Another tablespoon. So keep in mind the sauces like soy sauce and oyster flavored sauce has salt. So keep that in mind when you're cooking. It's a little restaurant trick. Just before you're ready to serve the dish, just put a little oil just to shine up the veggies and the chicken. Look at that, look at that. Look at that, look at that. Look at this chicken. Okay, here we go. Ooh, look at that, look at that, look at that. Ooh, look at that, look at that. Look at the steam coming out. So this is my version of chicken and broccoli stir fry. I hope you give this a try. Enjoy. So this is the stem. It's got nice sear marks. Using a home stove for the carbon steel wok. So when you boil the broccoli in the water, it tenderizes it. It would take forever to tenderize in the wok. So that's a restaurant trick. So this is the floret of the broccoli. Not too soft, not too tough, just right. You get the chicken here. You got some nice sear marks. That's tender. Lots of flavor. Well, there you have it, my recipe for chicken and broccoli stir fry. I hope you give it a try and enjoy it. Let me know how it goes. Leave a comment in the section below my video. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time. Now you can order the products and ingredients that I use in my cooking videos. Just click the link below in the description for the Chinese cooking accessory guide. You can order everything online, including the wok that I use and some of the equipment that I use. Thanks for checking out my video, and please give me a thumbs up, and be sure to check out some of my other videos on this channel, and please subscribe.